Imagine a moment when your breath completely exits your body and naturally pauses, or when it fully enters and pauses. In such cosmic moments of stillness, the petty ego of a person dissolves. This does sound challenging, especially for the impure. Yet, this challenge is universal. As even Shiva claims, it's difficult only for the impure. But who among us is purely pure? This process may seem daunting to you, perhaps you feel you can't practice it. But there may be moments when you unexpectedly experience it. Picture yourself driving and suddenly you sense an impending accident. Your breath will halt. If it's outside, it will stay outside. If it's inside, it will remain inside. In such crisis moments, you can't breathe. It's beyond your control. Everything comes to a standstill. Everything dissolves. Your petty ego is a thing of everyday utility. In moments of crisis, you can't remember it. Whatever you are, your name, your bank balance, your reputation, all evaporate. Your car is about to collide with another. A moment later and death could be imminent. In this moment, there will be a pause, even for the impure. Suddenly, in such moments, the breath stops. And in that moment, if you could be mindful, you would become enlightened. In essence, the breath's natural pause, whether during exhalation or inhalation, can be a gateway to self-realization. It's a challenging path, especially for those entangled in worldly attachments. But even in moments of crisis, when everything seems to halt, including your breath, if you remain mindful, you can touch the essence of enlightenment. Your everyday ego, your identity, your material possessions, they all become insignificant in the face of death. And in that moment of pause, even the impure can glimpse purity. Suddenly, the breath stops. And in that moment, if you can remain aware, you can attain enlightenment. This is a profound technique, a path to self-realization that uses the natural rhythm of our breath. It is challenging, particularly for those of us who are immersed in the physical world, but the promise it holds is immense. In those rare moments of complete stillness when even breath pauses, if we can remain conscious, we can touch the divine within us. Your everyday self, with all its labels and possessions, fades into insignificance in the face of mortality. In that moment of pause, even the impure can glimpse purity. Breath stops, and in that moment, if you can stay aware, you can realize your true self.